Alright, what's going on, y'all? The Truth Channel coming at you December 24th. Christmas Eve to many. To me, it's just another day. I've been doing a lot of meditating on life in general and how I'm alive now, and I won't be alive 30, 40 years. If I make it that long, I won't be alive too much longer to do things that I still want to do, things that I still haven't did in my life. And there's this guy on YouTube named Kurt with a K, Kurt Luxurious, and he speaks about a lot of things that I talk about, and he's a lot more open with things that he really thinks, and just discussing how society is and everything else. And it kind of woke me up. I watched one of his videos, and I sit here and say to myself, what does it really matter if I spew my guts out to you, or I give you some kind of different way of thinking, and etc. What would it really matter? See, I just want to get you to have an understanding of yourself and who you really are with yourself. But there's a lot of other things that there's two sides to everyone's story. And like I said in other videos, I'm not always going to be talking about great things and joyful things, and times are not always going to be, comfortable, and I'm not always going to be given a message, that everyone relates to or they're going through at a particular moment. Because right now I'm in one of my ways, I don't know if I can say it's one of my personalities or what, but I'm in one of my ways where I just don't care about nothing other than what I need. Food, water, shelter, clothing, nothing else matters. It doesn't matter. I said this in another video. Our lives are so short. We only have years to live our lives and do something that we need to do or want to do. You know what I'm saying? We don't have so many years to do everything that we want to do or need to do. And I just repeated myself, but I'm 34 and I still haven't did 2/3 of the stuff that I want to do in my life. And this video, this isn't a motivational video. It's not a get you off your ass video. This is me telling you about the other side of my life, the dark side of my life. I don't want to hide behind a mask at all. I want to be 100% genuine and real with people that watch my videos and myself. Because if I can't be real with myself, then I can't be real with you. How am I going to be real with you when I can't be real with myself? And this guy, Kurt, on YouTube, he talks about, how he talks about his sexuality. He talks about how his mind works. He talks about how he wants to be with a woman, but yet he wants to be alone, and the contradictions that come with, you know, him being, and this is for me too, I'm just saying what he said in this video, and it's like he talks about the contradictions of how, you know, he has these kinky fantasies and he fantasizes about stuff, but then he's ashamed of what he fantasizes about and is kinky about. And it's like, it's weird. Like, you can't explain, like, I can't explain, like, the things that I think about and go through in my own life. So how is someone else gonna relate to what I'm saying and what I'm being? That's where I'm at this crossroads in my life. And guess what? It might not ever change. I might not ever get with a woman that I really like, or a friend woman that I really like. I might not ever find that in my life. And you know what? That's okay. But on the other hand, here's the contradiction. On the other hand, I'm kind of irritated and pissed off about it. And I want that companionship and stuff. But then I ask, does that really exist for me? Is it going to exist for me? And if you hear something in the background, I did another video where I was close to the highway here. This probably isn't the best place to do a video, but I wanted to do one before the sun went down here. But yeah, like, if you're someone watching this, ain't you tired of just trying to be something for other people? Ain't you tired of thinking that you have to do the things that you really don't want to do? Ain't you tired of having to try to fit in to where you're at? And you're not really being real with yourself. Like, I can't even lie. Sometimes it's hard for me to be real with myself and with you, because there's the way that society does it, and then there's the way that individual people do it, and there's a certain way that I do it that other people don't do. Whether that be the way I present myself to other people, whether that be the way that I speak, the tone of my voice, whether that be how I act in certain circumstances, whether it be my sexuality. Everyone is different and comes across different, and I think we try as humans to constantly want to try to prove this point that we need to be something that we're really not. And that's what I'm running away from in my life right now. I'm running from that. I don't want to do what everyone else is doing. I don't want to be like everyone else. I never did. I never did fit into the crowd. I never did fit in with people. And there's so much stuff that I want to get out of me and not think about. And then there's other things that I still want to do in my life, and I want to say, and I want to show people, you know, a way of feeling comfortable with themselves and other people, their family. You know, over time, I have become a loner. You know, it's a process that happened really, really slowly, but it happened for me. And you know what? I'm thankful that it happened. I am thankful that it happened. But yet, here's the contradiction. Yet, I'm by myself. I get lonely once in a while. But then yet again, I'm lonely, but it's only for certain times that I get like that. And then I don't want to be messed with. You know, I'm like, it's like after you bust a nut, if you ever did, it's like, all right, get away from me now. I don't want to be around. You know what I mean? I want to run and go do my thing. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But this is how people like me are. I remember when I was younger having this weird feeling in my head, like all of a sudden I would be laughing, having a good time. You know, I'd be talking with like people in my family or friends or something. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I would get like this thought in my head where I'd be disgusted that I was around them and, you know, doing what I was doing or saying what I was saying, or not even that. I just felt disgusted. Like, I felt ashamed for no reason at all. And I never understood that. Like, you know, there's things in our brain that we really can't control. There are things that you can't control, but we have a choice, though, to what we do with them things. And I'm telling myself this too. When I do these videos, I'm always speaking to myself. I'm not preaching. I'm telling myself these things, as well as you, and you already know that. I don't have to say stuff like that. You know, I just started doing this channel a little bit ago, and you won't hear me addressing the audience or the person that's watching too much, because I don't want it to feel like I'm trying to get a message across to you, or I'm, you know, being something for you and other people. I just want to express myself clearly based on what I'm thinking and what I'm doing. It's nothing against you or anyone else. I appreciate anyone who watches this video. I have passion for you that watch this video. I have passion for people, but yet again, there's that contradiction. I don't want to be around groups of people all the time. You know? And it doesn't make sense. I can't figure this thing out. No matter how hard I would try, no matter when it is. I'm 34 years old, and I'm still going through this in my life, and it doesn't make sense. And you know what? I don't think it is supposed to make sense. And you know, there's so many things that I want to talk about, and I think I need to talk about and just get out of me. You know, there's so many things that go into this, you know. It's sexual preference, it's relationships, not the way that the world sees relationships, the way that I think that relationships are, and being with groups of people and going to a job. And, you know, it's like these things that everyone else does, I don't like doing. It's like I'm forcing myself to do, and then when I'm at these places, I kind of have to be something that I'm not. Because if you speak your mind these days, they're quick to point the finger and judge and say, oh, look what this person's doing, and look what she did and he did. And you know what? Who cares about that crap? That's immature stuff. That's the immature stuff that I talk about. It don't mean nothing, you know, and that's still something that plagues me, is me worrying about what someone else thinks and is doing. Like when I'm walking around here, you know, you'll see me looking around sometimes, because it's like, oh, I don't want to walk by someone and they're hearing me speak my mind and expressing myself. See, that's the fear that comes with the whole society and judgment thing and the whole system stuff I'm talking about. You know, that's like a cancer in my mind that I want to cut out. And don't know how to cut it out. I can't cut it out. It's just there. It's just there, lingering in my head. But there's so many things. There's so many things that are not right. But yet there's so many things that are right. And that is what I'm looking at, is the things that are right, but the things that ain't right continue to plague my mind, and they continue to plague my days. And I don't have too many days. Like, why do I sit and think about stuff that doesn't mean a damn thing? It's not gonna do nothing for me. You know, I'm just wasting time and wasting energy. And like I said, this is going to be a rant. It's going to be all over the place, but it all has to do with one thing. It has to do with life, reality, the truth. That's what it has to do with. You know, it's just, there's so many things I don't even know, like, really what to discuss because there's so much stuff. But it's what everyone is doing, I don't want to do, but then I feel like I need to fit in, or I want to fit in, and then there goes the contradiction playing out again. And I don't know if that is like something that is a great thing, that so many things contradict themselves. I think that can be used as a tool to do a lot of stuff. But at the same time, it drives me nuts. You know, I'm thinking, this was ever since I was younger. Oh, I want to go to the mall, but then I want to go down to my cousin's house. I want to take a walk, but yet I want to work out and lift weights. I want to play this video game, but I don't want to play the video game and I want to take a nap. You know, it's like this constant contradiction that is at hand. And that's really not important right now in what I'm discussing. That's just me venting about that little part. You know, 1/1000th of what I'm trying to get across here. And you know, like right here comes a car right now, and it's like, when I see that, my mind automatically says, there's a person. What are you saying right now? What are you doing right now? You know what I mean? It's always like my mind zaps to that thing instead of just doing what I'm still doing. You know, not that they're doing anything to harm me or I don't like them or anything like that, but that's how my mind works. I'm telling you how my mind works, and I know a lot of people can relate to that. It's just natural though, you know. I shouldn't make a big deal out of it, but then I do make a big deal out of it. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, it's just like, you know, the way that I talk about nothing mattering, a lot of people don't understand what I mean when I say that. I'm not saying to just say, you know, oh, screw this person and that person. I'm going to sit there and let them, you know, starve to death, or I'm not going to give them a drink of water if they're thirsty. I'm not going to help them do anything. I'm not talking about that. I don't care. I'm talking about not doing nothing other than what you want to do or need to do in your own life. If you're being something you're not, what do you want to do? Be something you're not for the rest of your life? This is what I keep repeating to myself. Nate, what do you want to do? Do you want to keep being something for someone the rest of your days? Or do you just want to do what you like to do? Do you want to be what you want to be and you know you are? You know, I don't want to have to prove a point to anybody I cross paths with. It's not about proving a point. And see, that's a whole nother subject. This is where men's pride comes from, is not letting go and not caring about what another guy says or how he looks at you. You know, these gangs and stuff, you know, like they represent this pride thing, and I don't get it. I don't understand it. I won't be in a gang. I won't be affiliated with a gang. I don't want to be affiliated with, I don't want to be labeled as a group. I just want, if I ever would, you know, get to a point where I had, you know, people that I liked and we did things together, I would just say, yeah, I'm with Tim, I'm with Cindy, I'm with Sue, you know, I'm with Jared, whoever it is, and say, yeah, we're just together discussing life and doing life things, you know. But how many times do we hear as people, you know, oh, yeah, this group of people, they were doing this and I don't like that, and they should do it this way and need to do it that way. And, you know, I'm not explaining it right, but there's so much pride in this world we live in nowadays. It's like I can't get to know people because they're so prideful, and they think that their whole lives they have to put up this facade and wear this mask for everybody. And I'm trying to break that down. I'm trying to let that go and get rid of completely. You know, I want a woman to see me for who I really am. And if she can't take me for who I am, then she can't take me for who I am. A man can't take me for who I am. A little kid can't take me for who I am. A middle-aged person can't take me for who I am. An older person can't take me for who I am. You know, if you're constantly holding on to this pride and judging all the time, you will always be in that state, and then others that are like that, you'll be stuck in that. You'll be stuck in that limbo of worrying about what they're worrying about and doing what they're doing and acting like they're acting and try to be what they're trying to be. And that's just one or two subjects that I'm talking about right now. And I said this is going to be a rant. But you know, I look up at the sky right now, and it's like there's like pink clouds. And a blue sky. And it's like, why can't I constantly be in that beauty, what I'm seeing? You know, and I know it's not going to be like that. But anyway, I'm just tired of, like, I don't even try no more. Like, I just got tired of trying to be anything or to try to prove a point to anyone. It's just dead to me. It's like living on another planet when I hear some people talk about the problems and the little things that that bothers them and makes them feel a certain way. These little stupid, dumb things that hinder their lives. And even for me, there's stupid little dumb things that hinder my life. And I procrastinate, and then I don't do what I need to do or what I want to do because that fear sets in. You know what I'm talking about. And you know, this is my other problem. You know, this is very off topic of what I'm talking about, but my relationships, you know, and with women in general. I like women. It's like I want to be around a woman, and I want to get to know a woman, and I want to express myself to that woman, and I want her to do the same. But then again, I don't want to be around that same woman all the time. You know what I mean? I discussed this, I think, in another video or something. I don't remember where it was or when I did it or whatever, but it's like I want to do what we do, and then it doesn't have to be anything. After we're done having sex, or after we go out to eat together, or after we do anything together, it's like, okay, go on your way and I'm gonna go on my way. And when I need you, I'll call you. If you need me, call me. You know what I mean? It's not this thing where we're constantly expecting something of one another, and it's always this, my battery's about to die, so this might not be recording right. So anyway, with that, I'm gonna let it be. I think this cut off, but I'll be discussing more about this kind of stuff. Thanks for listening, y'all. This is the Truth Channel. Go to my other channel, Nate Beats. I have a couple more videos on there. That will be the channel I'll be loading music to in the future. But thanks for watching. Later.